Hel- Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming to today's BRICS meeting with our joint meeting with Brasilia. So today I'm the SAA, so I'm gonna go through the rules kind of quick. If you're giving a speech or if you are taking a role, make sure to add that to your name so it's easier for us to find you later on, and also to have the background. Make sure during the meeting to keep yourself muted so we're not having so much distractions and things of that nature. And turn on your cameras when we're having interactions like table topics, speeches, and especially the group photo. And there's three things we don't talk about. It's does anyone want to try? We have three topics that we don't talk about. Okay, I'll save it. Okay, I'll say it because there's not maybe so many answers all at once. Politics, religion, low taste, or sales. So that is it. And welcome to our meeting. And I'll give the power back to, is it Akil? Oh no, Zoe. Zoe, I'll give it to Zoe. Wait, who do I give the power to?
Or you give it to
Someone
Vaibhav.
share
About
the agenda in the chat box. Thank you.
okay, you want.
V, stage is yours.
Hello. Yeah, can you hear me? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow Toastmaster from all around the world. It's been amazing day. As you can see me again, I'm completely colorful because I put celebrating cultural events. That's what brings it, right? We are connected by separated by boundaries, but connected by cultures and sharings, which we do in our club. So let me, in a few sentences, tell what is BRICS Plus all about. It is the first truly international Toastmaster club in Chinese mainland. We pioneer cross-border collaborations and leadership excellence. Our 100% online platform empowers members to refine communication skills, elevate public speaking prowess, and forge connection across BRICS nations and beyond. And today is another special day. It's New Year in India, plus Eid festival, plus we recently have a champion from our club, that is Akil Aline, who won first prize 2 times and second prize 1 time. So I will be sharing a poster in the members group. And we also have a Brazilian Toastmaster team today with us. So it's an amazing day today. So with this, I announce meeting 11th start, and I hand over my mic to our amazing founding president, Zoe, who is our Toastmaster of the meeting.
Thank
Stage
you,
is yours, Zoe.
Vaibhav. Thank you. So this meeting, we are really honored to have a joint meeting with Brasilia Toastmasters Club. Wow! I'm very sure it is the first time ever for any Toastmasters clubs in China. So in China, I will take the precious 1 minute to share with you a little bit about Toastmaster community in China, because this information might be new to our Brazilian friends. Currently, there are 5 districts in China. So each district has over 100 clubs. So you can do a little bit math, which means in China, there are over 500 clubs. And our club is the #1 club that shake hands and have this kind of joint meeting with you, our friends from Brazil. And I'm very sure this is the beginning, and we will have more interactions in the future. I will now hand over to Naya, my partner as Toastmaster of the meeting.
Thank you very much, Zoe. I'm very glad to be here. Thank you so much for the invitation. So good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, I have the great honor of representing here our club in Brazil, in Brasília, in behalf of our president, Daniel Pina. And it's a true joy to welcome you all to this special joint meeting, BRICS Plus and Toastmasters and Brasília Club. We are the club number 1, 2 here in Brazil. Just kidding. And we have, I'm not sure, but I think we have 36 clubs in Brazil. We don't have that many, but we are very happy to be here to be representing the whole country. And this is just like you said, Zoe, this is not just a meeting. It's a moment of connection and celebration. Two clubs reunion this magic. So I'm really happy to celebrate and to represent here. And we're going to talk about collaboration, continuous learning, and community. So I hope today the agenda is filled with opportunities so we can be inspired to speak, to listen, and most of all, to connect. So I hope we have a great meeting. Let's dive into open hearts, ready minds, and a spirit teamwork that define us. Let's enjoy this beautiful moment of exchange and growth. So let's begin. Back to you.
Awesome. Awesome, Naya. Well, as like any Toastmaster meeting, we need to control our time. As effective and competent speakers, control our time. And our meeting, we have 2 timers because we need to control Brazilian time and Chinese time. No, we have timer Cindy and Laura. So would you, each of you, take 1 minute to briefly introduce yourself and touch a little bit about how we can see the time signals. Maybe Laura first.
Okay, thank you, Zoe. Hi, everyone. I'm Laura. I'm from Brasília. And I was just talking to Akil how excited I am to be here today because I was in China just 6 months ago. So it's really nice to see, so many people here. I can share my experience and be here. I'll talk to you about that later, otherwise we'll run out of time. And now for the time being, we'll have the background effects for the times of the speeches. We use the green. We have the name here if you're colorblind, so you can see that. Once you reach the minimum of your speech, that depends on the speech, I'll show the green color. Once you reach the half time for the speech, yellow. And lastly, you have the red background once you reach the maximum time for your speech. And then you have 30 seconds to still be eligible for voting at the end. For the time being, I'll be here talking to you on the chat because I see the little things going up. And now back to Cindy. Yeah, okay, Cindy, it's up to you.
Hello, Cindy, please unmute yourself. We cannot hear you. You need to unmute yourself.
So we asked Laura to do the whole timer introduction. So Cindy will just,
Okay, all right. Yeah, that's very clear already. So next, I don't know what's going to happen, Akil. What's that breakout room? Tell us.
Yeah, good question. Good question. So I'll take over from here. Thanks, everyone. And we're really excited to have this opportunity to share and actually connect with people from across the world. Even though we're in a Toastmasters meeting, that doesn't necessarily mean that we get a chance to talk, right? Most of Toastmasters meetings, you still are spending a lot of time listening to other people talk. But because this is a very rare opportunity, we're going to try to mix it up and make sure that everyone gets a chance to participate in the discussions and get a chance to connect with somebody new. So for this breakout room session, there are a few things we want to make sure everyone keeps in mind. First thing is that if you can, please turn on your cameras and turn on your mics when you're in the breakout room session. It's really awkward to talk to a black square, even if that black square has a picture in it. We want to get to know you as a person, not the camera version of you as much as possible. The second thing we want to make sure we keep in mind is we're here to message each other, to follow up with each other, to use Zoom reactions to interact with each other, to talk to each other, to build connection. So if you hear something that you like, you see something that you like, you love something that somebody said, feel free to use any of these different ways of connecting with people to show, hey, what you said resonates with me, and I want to connect with you later on. That being said, how are we actually going to be connecting with each other? The first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to put everyone into a breakout room. If you don't know what a breakout room is, it's just another Zoom room. You don't have to do anything. Just when it pops up, click OK and go there. When we go into those different breakout rooms, you all will see a couple of questions. You'll have an opportunity to answer a couple of questions. And we ask you just introduce yourself rather, and tell us an answer to one, maybe two of the questions, depending on how much time we have. Once you answer those questions and we start to get that conversation going, we'll have about 13 minutes to talk. And then when the rooms close, everyone will get a chance to debrief and just open your mic and share with us, what is one person you connected to? What's one thing you heard that you loved? What do you want to follow up with moving forward? We put you in a room, start a conversation. When you're done, tell us how the conversation went. Now, what are the questions we're actually going to be asking you? And don't worry, we'll make sure that we send a screenshot of this for you all into the group chat as well. But a few questions. The first you can start off with is, what is your name? This is the easiest one. You don't have to say much more than 5 seconds. Although it might be hard for some of us because we're going to be talking different languages probably, right? That being said, you can choose then from any of the other questions below. Maybe you want to talk about your greatest personal win recently. Maybe you want to tell us who you would have dinner with if you could choose anyone in the world, alive or past. Maybe you want to tell us what your closest friends or family would say is your best quality. Or maybe you have a question that you just want to answer that's not on here. It's totally okay. The goal for this is to get to know each other and start building connections. So I want us to take a couple of seconds now. Think through the questions. See which one stands out to you. You have to answer number one. When you think you've got it, I'm going to open up the breakout rooms in 3, 2. Oh, I'm sorry. Before I open the breakout rooms, I like to build suspense. I do want to introduce our breakout room leaders. If it gets really awkward and you don't know what to say, these are the person who you can look to and say, can you start first? First, for breakout room number 1, we have, let me stop sharing my screen so you can see him. We have Furzy, go Twako. Furzy, can you raise your hand or do any, yeah, just do you. There we go. Next up, we have Gilmar for breakout room number 2. Thank you, Gilmar. And then we have Amanda for breakout room number 3. For breakout room number 4, we have Gustavo. There he is, waving his hands in the corner. And then for breakout room number 5, we have Tony. Tony, you want to wave and shake so people can, there you go. Yeah. Most of us have put breakout room in front of their names, so don't worry too much if you can't find them. Like I said, they are the awkward ones who will start the conversation. But it's time to open the breakout rooms. Enjoy your conversations, everyone. Okay, for those of you all who came in a little bit late, don't worry, I'll put you into a room. Hey, Francis, I'm putting you in a room now. Cindy，不好意思，刚才我是没有办法单独把你就是放出来。你如果想参加的话，我也可以帮你就是放回去。
没有关系，你看我在哪里都可以。
啊，没事。如果反正我觉得你可能会喜欢，就要么参与进去嘛，要么旁听，对吧？反正这个时间你不用控制的，所以对，我就给你放在一个会议室吧。
我就在这儿吧。
在这吧，好，那就在这儿。
我听不懂。
刚才没事，大家都好热情嘛，所以应该问题不大。
我
你说。
前面有个环节是要时间观介绍，我以为不用介绍，是要介绍自己吗？
所以这个是我没有跟周伟确认，我没想到他会邀请你们两个都上台介绍。本来是我已经跟劳尔沟通好了，是他一个人负责的，所以没关系的。
好的。不好意思，真的不好意思。
哎，没事，不用，这个是语言嘛，要慢慢学。
今天的时间可能会有一点点超时。
我刚才用了多长时间？
介绍的时候用了4分多钟，差不多5分钟。
OK，还行，还好，对，可能应该会稍微超时一点，但是我们整体的时间应该还算准时吧？
前面的时间，对，是的，前面的时间介绍 SAA introduction 那个环节用的少一点。
好，没问题。那要不我们俩也沟通一下吧，我也可以问你这些问题，然后你可以用中文回答。
好。
第一个问题就是你要做一个自我介绍，就是虽然我已经知道你的名字，但是没关系，可以再说一下。那几个问题你看到了吗？其他的？
哪几个问题？
等一下，我在这个正在这里发。好，有这几个，我刚在那个 Zoom 的聊天框发了一下。
你可不可以发微信给我？
也可以。
Question: What's your name? What's your great personal win?
就是在你自己的就个人生活方面，就是你最近最大的成就是什么？在个人方面。稍等一下。
最大的是
Hello，Hi Maria。
Yes.
Hi, we are doing breakout room conversations. How about I put you in a breakout room?
你可以发微信给我吗？
可以。好，刚发过去。
OK。
Maria, I'm gonna drop you in a room, and you still got 7 minutes to at least you can listen to how the conversations are going. Everyone is
Okay.
answering. Yeah. Are you from SPB?
No, I'm from Hangzhou.
From where? I'm sorry.
Hangzhou Engaging Humor Toastmasters, Advanced Toastmasters Club.
Oh, from Hangzhou. Okay. Then I'll drop you into a room. Hold on one second. Let's put you with room 4. Enjoy. Yo.
我现在要回答这些问题是吗？
对。稍等，我们先让 Strong 和 Little 的 iPad， Strong 还有 Little 的 iPad， 我们现在就暂时切换到中文渠道，所以 I know Strong you are Chinese, Little I think you're Chinese.
Yes.
OK， 那我们先用中文沟通一下这些破冰的问题吧。好，我再发一次，然后 Cindy 你可以先开始，然后等大家 Sophia 等大家熟悉了这些问题之后，他们可以跟着你回答。你可以选一到两个题回答。
那我先自我介绍，我英文名叫 Cindy， 我的中文名叫韦慧玲，我来自广西柳州，中国。我如果能和任何人共进晚餐，你会选择谁？我想我可能会选择我在头马的领导力的导师。也因为我的导师我还没见过我的导师，就是线下没有见过。对，我的导师，你见过？就是我们巴蜀大区的 Martin 毛 ，Do you know？
Yeah
啊 ，OK， 你最亲密的朋友、家人会认为你最好的品质是什么？我的朋友可能认为我身上最好的一个品质就是善良、温柔、善良。但我不是我喜欢温柔而有锋芒，但可能对于我朋友来说会觉得不够锋芒，不够。
没事，这个不是你可以说完。
就我的家人也会觉得，在我身上的话，会有一个非常好的品质，就是靠谱吧。对于家里面的人，会
没事，这靠谱我觉得可以，对吧？这靠谱还有善良，对吧？其实只有你说这个叫什么锋芒，他们觉得不够是吗？但还是这两个评价我觉得挺好的。
我不太会拒绝他人，然后可能我会很困惑，就是当别人找我帮忙的时候，当我已经就是清晰的表达了我的意愿，但有时候我发现就比如说最近我去做了一个。
Cindy，不好意思，因为我想就是给 Strong 和 Sophia 一点分享的时间，我们先了解一下，简单的了解一下，然后就后面也可以继续聊。
OK，
那 Strong 你开了摄像头 ，You can share also.
Share the full answer.
Pick one or two. Yeah, we have 2 minutes left, so pick one.
Okay, I am Strong Guo from Maoming, China. My win moment was today. In the last 2 days, I have been helping a good friend to find a job because he is just a graduate from who have been learning law. He wants to be a lawyer, and then when I know this, I contact one of my friend who is a lawyer and ask him to help. My lawyer friend was interested in him, and then yesterday I knew a friend who is a lawyer too. That's the second lawyer. I also introduced this lawyer to my friend. So my win moment is that my friend said, "Wow, wonderful, John! You know so many lawyers."
Yeah, that's awesome. You are such a good friend, Sean.
And
Awesome.
the fourth question.
Sorry, Sean. I do want to give. We have 1 minute left. I want to hear Sophia if she wants to share. So, Sophia, did you end up answering any other questions?
Yeah. Yes. I understand those questions. So I can choose one or two questions to answer, right?
Yeah, we only have 1 minute left, so pick one that you really like.
Okay. So my name is Sophia. I'm currently based in Ningbo. And I will just pick the question, which one I think is a greatest personal win. When I saw this question, actually, it's kind of hard for me because I didn't identify greatest personal achievements a lot. But one thing which came up to my mind is that I saved my cat before. My parents adopted a stray cat, I think 2 years ago. But when I got home before, and I found he was very sick, and I took it to the hospital. But unfortunately, the hospital in my hometown did not have very good medical resources. They told me just, okay, so probably he will die, even though I would just send it to the hospital. But I didn't want to give up saving his life, so I searched a lot on the internet and reference to others' experience in saving a cat in that situation, and I bought a lot of medicine and just clean up for it, and because it did not eat or drink and had very serious diarrhea. I think diarrhea. I don't know what is the exactly term to describe it.
Yeah.
I took very good care of it, and I think after 3 or 4 days, it started to recover, and now it is healthy now. So I'm very proud of that. The experience
Amazing.
I didn't give up on his life and tried different ways to save it. So that is the story I want to share with you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Sophia. It seems like everyone in this room is super salient. Like you love to help people and help animals as well and keep lives strong. Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm gonna let everyone else back into the room. And
thank you.
We're gonna give everyone an opportunity to share something that they heard that they liked or that they connected with. So if you all want to share, feel free to do that also.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome back, Laura.
Hi, everyone. We didn't want to come back. We wanted to keep talking.
Yeah, we were talking in the main session too, and I felt bad. I was rushing everyone because I said, we don't have too much time. Like, thank you sharing some good stuff, but we want to hear from everyone. It was hard.
We need more time. We need more time.
We need more time. Boo.
I'm sorry, you all. We can't give too much more time. We can make one meeting that is dedicated entirely to just getting to know everyone. We will make sure we do another one. Today, however, we have many other things on the agenda, so we can't wait too much time for it. But what we can do is, if you all loved your sharing so much, we have 3 minutes left for anyone who really appreciated connected and wants to share a connection that they made. We have 3 minutes for them to open up, turn on your mic, and tell us, who did you connect with, and why did you enjoy it? Maybe you can take 30 seconds to share. Strong, go ahead. 30 seconds.
I think Akil is very wonderful. when he saw a friend in the room has talked for a little bit longer, he want to have the other person have the opportunity to speak. So he politely stopped the speaker and then give chances for the other speakers to say something. So I think Akil did very good, and I'm grateful for your giving me the chance and Sophia the time to share our story even for 1 minute. Thank you, Akil. Thank you.
Thanks, Sean. It was easier. We only had 4 people. So I saw Randall has his hand actually raised in there. Randall, please.
I just wanted to say that I was amazed that Coco told us that she ran a half marathon today, and she didn't want to talk very much, but she had no problem talking anyway. But it was amazing that she ran her second half marathon today, and she's committed to run the third one next year. And I said, bring Zoe with you.
That is awesome. I love it. And that's dedication, running a half marathon and still coming. X, go ahead.
We have a future Toastmaster in the making. So Raquel is with child. So Raquel, better make sure your little one has a Toastmaster certificate soon. Okay, cheers, bye.
Awesome. The red card means we have 30 seconds. One more person. Thank you, X, for telling us about future Toastmasters. 30 seconds. One more person.
Something I want to share about in my group 5, we have ET join us from Indonesia. He just challenged himself to learn swimming. So that's a very good skill he learned, and he can enjoy and be brave enough.
I love it. We're learning so many new things, and we have so many potentially small new learners. Babies, essentially. Babies are coming, people are connecting and being polite and learning new skills and challenging themselves. I love it. Time, unfortunately, is up. Cindy is waving the card at me. So I'm going to pass the stage now back over to, I believe it's going to be Naya, to introduce the first speaker of the night, the speaker from Brasília Toastmasters Club. Welcome, Naya, back to the stage.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, the next speaker will be from Brazil. As we had this great time here at the break room. It was really special. And I would like to, just a minute, sorry. I'm going to introduce Marcela. Marcela is here. And some infos about her speech. Today, she's in the visionary communication path. Her project is Introduction to Vocal Variety. And the title of her speech is To Infinity and Beyond and Back. So Marcela, the stage is yours.
Good morning, everyone. Very happy to be here today. Today, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about myself and my experience abroad. How, since early childhood, I had this amazing experience with my family to travel a lot and to get to know different cultures, and that injected in me kind of a blood, adrenaline to move to constant changes. And so firstly, just let me make an introduction to you. Because of my dad's profession, he was an engineer for a really big company here in Brazil that constructed highways, bridges, and so on. So we always moved. So since age of 0 until I was 17 years old, we moved to 14 different places. That's a great lot, to almost 1 year, 1.5 years, sometimes 2 years in one place. Sometimes we lived, while we were living in one city, we were moving to 2 different houses. So my father was kind of a gypsy. And you know, gypsies usually move from land to land and they never settle. And I was feeling like that. For me, that was kind of normal because we always did that, you know. So my parents were kind of gypsies. We lived in a community of different other engineers who were always moving together to build these great structures and builds. So after I lived in Bolivia, I lived in some unexplored places in Brazil, like Piauí. There was not much around, and my mom had to deal with 2 children, me and my brother. And my dad was moving to these places. Sometimes for example, in Bolivia, there was no city around. The company built in the middle of nowhere in the grass. It just put down a forest to build a camp where all these people who were building the streets of Bolivia, they were living. So we were living in the middle of nowhere. And then we started moving again. After one project finished, we had to move to other places. One other place I came to live was Palmas, Tocantins. And this place was also in the middle of nowhere. So I told myself, I don't want to be here. I want to go somewhere. I need to explore the world. And I wanted to go somewhere different, somewhere cold. I was doing an exchange program in England for 1 year. So then I moved to this place in England that was called Wirral, which is on the other side of Liverpool with the Beatles. I was really in love with the Beatles. So I was doing friends with locals, and I was studying in a boys' school. So that was really weird for me because in Brazil, we don't have this. We have mixed schools, boys and girls studying together in the same class. And that was such a shock for me because also the family that I was living with had 4 children. So we were living in a house with 6 people. So everything was overwhelming to me. Everything was new. The culture was new. The temperature was new because here in Brazil, we have a temperature of 35. In Tocantins, the city I was living previously, was 42 degrees, 45 degrees. So that was in itself a really huge experience to me. So at the age of 16, living in England with the 6 people was an insane experience in this house. I was criticized by the children for eating too much because I was hungry. So I was instead of eating inside the house, I was dedicated to buying my chocolate, which was what was affordable to me. So I was buying lots of chocolate. I was hiding it inside my cabinet. And then I became 12 kilos fatter, bigger. So when I came back from England, I started working as an English teacher. And I did that for 2 years. That was amazing experience. I got to know different people at different ages. And then I started doing my university course in international business. So I was doing the international university, and then I got a job because I was so eager to work with the cultures and keep traveling because my gypsy blood told me I need to do that. So I was eager to live abroad again, to work with international people, get to know these cultures and these amazing people all over the world. What was I doing here? I needed to explore. So I started working for a shoe factory. I was there for 5 years, and I was doing a little bit of everything because they had no one to do exports. So they manufactured shoes, and I was responsible for finding a way to export it. But I didn't know anything about it either, so I had to learn it. And I started traveling a lot, participate on fairs, to visit and prospect new clients. And I got to visit and get to know 23 countries. A lot of them Spanish-speaking countries, and some of them English-speaking countries. So I was so amazed, and my head exploded with so much traveling. My passport had so many stamps that I had to request for new ones. They didn't have more. I don't know if it's from everyone's experience here, but nowadays they don't stamp your passport anymore. But I had 3 passports done, one after the other, because they have finished the pages. And working with this company, I had really high standards of excellence. And so I was traveling and moving everywhere. So about 2 years ago, I read this poem on a book I found here in my house. I wrote when I was 7 years old. I will tell you this poem and that was called The Wind. It goes like this. Wind, take me to fly, take me to the sky, make me go around the world to see many gorgeous things. Take me to know the world. Take me to fly like a bird to infinity. But allow me to see the sun and bring me back. So since I was 7 years old, I had this inside of me of going around, getting to know the culture, but coming back home. So today I am living in a very nice place here in Brazil, and I was a little bit frustrated that I did not get to live in these places I have dreamed when I was a kid. But at the same time, I think maybe I dreamed of going all these places, but having returned back home. So basically, I think I cried a lot. I was sad because a lot of things were happening in my mind and I did not have the total understanding of this. But a lot of the plans already were forged in my subconscious since I was a child. So I wanted to invite you to think of memories and dreams you had when you were a child. Maybe you were 8, 10, 15 years old. What dreams did you have when you were this young? What dreams have you fulfilled since you were that age? Are they still there with you? Are you still dreaming of them? So that's an invitation I would like to leave with all of you today. And I would like to inspire you to think what you really love about your life and what you can keep living and dreams that you can make come true again. Thank you.
Wow, that's incredible. And thank you, Gustavo, for typing the lines from the poem. Wind, take me to the sky to know the world. Allow me to see the sun and bring me back. Excellent. Next, we will have a speaker from BRICS Club. He is our founding VPPR. Today, he will share an icebreaker speech. Let's warmly welcome Francis Liu. Who am I? Who am I? Francis Liu.
Hello. Have you ever been asked about who are you? Or better yet, you have asked already, who am I? It sounds philosophical, right? But it happens a lot. In your job interview, or your social media bio, or you're lying on the bed at 3 a.m., ask yourself, who am I? When I was 20 in college, I thought I would become a software engineer. A company with a high performance computer and work in the skyscraper, living in a busy and fancy city life. Yes. 10 years later, I was working in that 52 floor in Shanghai in a beautiful glass tower. But also, I lost 80% of my hair. So I quit. I don't want this. I back to hometown at 30. In that town, I work in the valley, in the alley of my hometown. It is a small town. I smelled the cooking flavor in the air. I just enjoyed the peace, calm rhythm of this beautiful ancient city. And my 1-year-old daughter sitting in her stroller and smile up at me, just like she was saying, hey, Dad, you will be a good dad. And 10 years later, I muted her teacher's group message on the WeChat because every time my daughter did something, I think it's not wrong. Her teacher would go crazy at me again and again and again. And this time, I will not reply you ever. Go away. Get out of my phone. A Chinese philosopher Confucius said, when a man at 40 he will no doubt about this world. But I have so many. I don't know how to become rich. I missed a lot of opportunities, investment, such as the China stock market or the real estate golden rush or the Bitcoin. I heard this for a long time, but I never dared to bet any. And now I cannot afford a single one. Oh my God. I don't know what I am truly passionate about. I'm trying photography. I buy a very fancy camera. I imagine myself as a photographer and capture all the precious moments in my life. And now it lay on the locker. I never touch it again. I try to learn DJ mixing, right? Cool, boom, 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 boom. And I imagine myself as in front of a crowd, people, and just dominating the controller and swing with the rhythm. But now it lies on my garage. I never touched it again. I also raised a cat for 10 years. I try to bring them the longest life ever in this world because it was so lovely. Always spin around me like I was the center of his universe. And now, okay, he's still alive. At least I didn't quit everything, right? But I haven't found what I am looking for. So 4 years ago, one day, I heard there's a place people gather there to learn English. And at that time, learning English was one of my new hobby. So I decided to take a look and go in there. When I came into that small room, the meeting has already begun. And I saw a math teacher talking about geometry in the world famous painting in English. Oh my God, that was unreal. You know, in this small city in China, people never talk about English, but how can a math teacher talk about art in English? But I like it. And then there's a lady come to me and say, hey, you are not on our guest list, so we don't know who you are. How about you give us a short introduction? And I never expected to be invited on the stage. You know, as a speaker, as a guest, always nervous and stuck. I didn't remember exactly what I say, but I only remember one. As I said, I like here. I like all of you, and I want to join you. I want to be one of excellent you, right here, right now. So at the end of the meeting, and that lady stood up and announced again, "Congratulations, Francis! You are the king of the filler words." You know what? I tell you a secret. In our club, the king or queen of the filler words, when they deliver their first speech on the first stage, he or she will be our president. I think she was joking, and I don't believe her. So several days ago, when I preparing my speech, I come up with an idea. How about ask ChatGPT about who am I? So I really asked ChatGPT. I asked, hey, do you know who Francis Liu is? And the ChatGPT really gave me the answer. She said, yes, I found an information about a Francis Liu who served as a president of Toastmasters Club. And now he is actively involved in Toastmasters and expressed deep honor in learning and growing alongside with individuals, with incredible individuals. And now, after 4 years Toastmasters, I don't overthink who am I? Because since this 4 years journey, I know being with you, being a Toastmasters, being a BRICS is the right way, what I'm looking for. Back to Toastmasters. Thank you.
Thank you, Francis. It's really a new way to get to know you, both for our club members and our fellow friends from Brazil. Next, again, I don't know what's going to happen. Akio, we need you, the I in BRICS.
The I in BRICS. We normally, with our BRICS meetings, normally we have a session called Fly Your Flag. But whenever we have somebody or a joint meeting, we try to have a member who is an expat living in the country or one of the countries that's being represented share their story about what it's like to be in that living in that country. Today, I took the honor of letting myself have that opportunity to share. So I want to share with everyone a little bit about what it's like living in China from my perspective. China it's a really interesting country, and give me a second to share my screen and I'll tell you why. When you can see my screen, please do some reactions, so you can give some thumbs up or some hearts or something like that. Let me know that the screen is showing for you.
We can see you, Akio.
Awesome, thank you. All right. I'm gonna go full screen. Is it full screen for you?
Yes.
Yes.
Fantastic.
What is China like
So
for
what-
me, Akio? Yeah.
Yeah. What is Shanghai like for me? What is China like for me? This is a really tough question to answer. China's a huge country, and I've been here for almost 9 full years now. 9 full years of different experiences being an American, 9 full years of being a native speaker, 9 full years of, from being honest, being a Black person in a country where being a Black person is not always easy. Easier than the US for sure, but different struggles. So what has it been like for me in China? First, I would say China has been a place of rapid change. This is if you've ever seen anyone represent Shanghai, this is how Shanghai has changed over the last 26 years. This type of overnight change is not just for Shanghai though. It happens everywhere in China. Things change quickly, overnight. But that's part of what I love about the country, because it brings me to the first thing of my experience, which is the people. Even though things have been changing overnight, so many people now have cell phones that didn't have cell phones before. One thing that stands out to me the most about China is that people are warm. And that's not a pun because I'm sweating that day. It was really, really hot. But my friend and I, the person who's standing right next to me, this was our first month working and living in China. And we were standing on the side of a street and we decided to take a picture with one person because they were like, wow, this is my first time seeing a foreigner in real life. And when we took one picture, that was a signal to everyone on the street that they could take pictures with us, and people started lining up. We were there for, I kid you not, 5 minutes taking pictures. Our coworkers had to come and pull us out of the crowd. I feel like somehow people didn't notice that we had been pulled away. They were still taking pictures and lined up. But I think this definitely goes to show at least a little bit of how warm people are here in China. Because when they see you, yes, they're like, this is the first time interacting with you, but they're like, I want to be a part of your experience. I want to know, what is it like to be you? Where do you come from? When they have an opportunity to ask you in English, they'll ask you in English. If they can't, they'll ask you in Chinese, even if they know that you don't understand. There's one opportunity to connect and people don't pass it up. It's also a place of opportunity. Like most expats in China, I started off teaching English. And this for me was, if I'm going to be honest, supposed to be a temporary job. But this opportunity to teach English in a newly started, literally it started the year I joined, newly started international department, opened my eyes to how much opportunity there was, not only for me to connect with people and fall in love with education, but also how much opportunity there was to make a bigger impact on the people in the world. I ended up going from teaching English to teaching public speaking and debate. And all of these opportunities came because, honestly, people are building. Like I said, things are changing quickly. Industries are developing overnight. And because there's that need for people to forge a new path, because there's so many opportunities that happen randomly, it gives you a chance to go and try something new. And as I said, find new ways to connect that you probably never would have thought of. At least I know I never would have thought I would have become a public speaking and debate coach when I had no experience coaching these skills or even debating ever prior to this job. But I came to Shanghai and I found the opportunity. But it's not just a country of opportunity and warmth. It's also a place where I found friends. Now, yes, I had friends in the US. Don't worry, like I'm not a total loner. I didn't escape from the US because I didn't like people. But it was friends from different backgrounds in a way that I never really thought I would be able to connect with. I had friends from, for example, can I circle here? Well, you can see my mouse here. The guy in the background is from Sweden, and he is still one of my best friends today. The person next to him was my co-teacher who is from China. We had some people from different places in Africa. We had people from the Philippines. We had people from, he's from an island that I don't remember, but it's a small island and they do rugby. But all of these are people that I, in the US, never would have had a chance to connect to, work with, let alone become friends with. And it continued. Their friends became my friends. Their family became my family. And this is something that, again, I know that you can find in other countries, but it happens in such a unique way here in China because we're all in this odd space where even though we can connect, even if we spend all of our time talking with people who can speak English, it's different when you can connect with somebody from a different background and still yet feel like they're not so different because both of you are different where you are, if that makes sense. I was invited to somebody's wedding. I was one of the groomsmen. I've been a groomsman for best friends, but this was a totally different experience because I was actually able to participate in some more traditional Chinese wedding games. For example, they have this thing where it's like Snatch the Bride. This whole process where like in the morning you wake up at like 3 o'clock in the morning to go to the groom's place, to go with the groomsmen together, and then you go to the bride's house and you have to pay money in order to try to get into the room. And then they still try to make you do and eat things that you would never want to do or eat in order to prove how much the groom loves the bride so that he can finally search for her shoe, to find the shoe, to eventually say, this is your shoe, please go with me to the place where we're gonna get married. It was a whole wild experience that I would have never had an opportunity to experience if I had not been able to come here and make Samoa, thank you, that is the place. But if I had not been able to come and start making connections with people who honestly probably wouldn't have felt comfortable talking with me if I hadn't spent so much time here. I know I'm running out of time, so I'm gonna try to sum up the last places. Making connections, playing badminton, going to weddings, but then also in the end, making connections in Toastmasters. Even though Toastmasters was founded in the US, I had no idea what it was until I came to China. And I found I was looking for a place where I could connect with people socially, I could develop my public speaking skills because I was a public speaking coach, and hopefully become more professional. And this picture, I think, summarizes all of the things that I've talked about before. We have Zoe, who's probably one of the warmest people that you've ever met. Sometimes the temperature is not warm, it's very, very, very hot because she has so much energy. We have V, who's also one of the warmest people you've ever met. And I literally have met people from India back in the US, but I had no opportunities to sit down and visit venues and talk more about how we can develop ourselves with people back home. And also Avril has been such a big support and it also demonstrates a lot of the warmth and the connection that I've seen here. So in my time in China, what has it been like for me? I've been able to connect with people that I never thought that I would be able to connect with. I've been able to really see parts of cultures that I never thought I would be able to see parts of. I've been able to understand more about myself and grasp opportunities that honestly wouldn't have been available to me if I had never left the US. I want to end with two pictures that really mean a lot to me. The first is, this picture is the first time I came to Shanghai. In the US, we have a phrase, we call it getting Shanghaied. What does that mean? It means that people take advantage of you. I didn't think that was a real thing until I came to Shanghai, got off the train station, and somebody made me pay 400 RMB for a trip that would have taken me 3 RMB on the metro. Thankfully, the taxi driver who picked me up. He told me he only got 50 RMB or 50 Chinese yuan from that dollar, from that money that of the 400 RMB, but he ended up being from the city where I lived. And then we connected over that fact. And he was like, if you're ever in the market for a wife, let me know. I have a daughter. Thankfully, I didn't have to message him for that. But still, I made a connection. And this girl was somebody who I literally never saw her the day after that. But she saw me on my second day of working in my school and just bent over and gave me a hug and didn't even question the fact that I was a foreigner. And I was like, this is the most warm experience I've ever had. And so if you all ever get a chance to come to China, I highly, highly, highly recommend you do it. I said I was going to end on these 2 pictures, but I lied. There's one more, because if you get a chance to ever come to China, I hope there's another picture. Oh, there isn't. I'll send it in a group chat. But even if all these opportunities work out for you, maybe you'll find somebody you can spend the rest of your life with, because I did. And I'm so happy that I was able to do that. I'll send the picture in the group chat. But there's a little bit of time left for Q&A. I tried to keep it to 8 minutes and then 2 minutes. So if anyone has any questions about my experience here in China, feel free. I think we can take 1 or 2.
We want to know your love story, your Chinese wife.
Yeah,
You want to know.
I agree. You
Yeah.
missed that, right? You were the bridesmaid, but you were the groom as well, right? You missed that.
Yes. Yeah. Not always the bridesmaid. To give you a quick summary of my love story with my wife. I met my wife on Tinder. Many people say Tinder doesn't work. I think it depends on how you use it. But I met my wife on Tinder, and we actually celebrated our 5 years being together. Not 5 years being married, but 5 years being together last Friday. And it was, from the moment that we got together to now being 2 years married and 5 years together, it's been quite a ride. She's not here right now. Otherwise, she'd be giving me an ugly look for sharing that story that she doesn't like me to share. But yeah, it's a thing. So you can come to Shanghai. You can still use Tinder, particularly in Shanghai. Other cities, I don't know, but in Shanghai, it's a thing. Sorry, X. Apparently, it's not great in Shanghai.
Chengdu is terrible. So I'm going to swipe when I'm in Shanghai. I'm going to come. Swipe.
Yeah. Welcome anyone who's looking to make connections. You can also use Tinder for making regular connections. It doesn't have to be dating. But I think my overall time is up. So thank you all so much for giving me the opportunity to share this story. And I will give the stage now back to the Toastmaster of the
Thank
day
you,
meeting.
Akil. Thank you. I just want to add a little bit. So in BRICS, we celebrate diverse cultures, and we understand as a, living in this global world, we travel, we study abroad, and we have the curiosity to know more about another country, another culture. And it's always warmed my heart so much knowing expat friends in China. They enjoy the experience, and they have friends here, and they build their connections, the career. So that's really fantastic. I would say don't lend money to Chinese people or anyone. And there are bad people in China. Not everyone is as kind and nice and friendly as me. All right. I think we should have a voting for the prepared speaker, and then have a group photo. Do we have the voting link?
Yeah, actually, everyone went past their time. So I don't think we can vote. Yeah, Marcela did it in 9 minutes. She had a maximum of 7. And Francis did it in 7, and he had a maximum of 6. How do
I
we
agree
do?
with you. He's qualified. Let's wish and pray for the evaluator. Hopefully, we can vote for the evaluators later. All right, then maybe let's take a group photo. If you can, please open your camera. And Akil, would you help us with the group photo?
Sure can.
Thank you. And then from the agenda, we have the guest introduction and the networking break, lead by Akil again. Put too much work on yourself. All right, I will count 3, 2, 1, and I will say a long sentence. BRICS and Brazilian friendship forever. Then 3, 2, 1, let's smile. BRICS and Brazilian friendship forever. 3, 2, 1, smile.
I got it.
Cool. Do you want to
Awesome.
lead the guest introduction?
You know what, Zoe? You're doing such a great job with such great energy. You can go ahead and do it if you'd like to.
If so, I want to bring in Naya because she and I are Toastmasters of the meeting. Naya, would you lead the guest introduction? Go ahead, go ahead. I'll back you up.
Okay. You mean the guest introduction? So just a minute. Let me see the.
So in this room, I think most people are members from either Brazilian or BRICS club, but we also have guests. So guests, if you can, maybe you can raise your hand so it's easier for Naya to know you are ready to introduce yourself a little bit. And maybe each guest you can have 30 seconds telling us your name, where you are from, and what brings you here. Anyone?
I see Strong with his hand raised.
Yes, yes.
Okay, there's a guest here. Summer, is it?
Strong, Naya, I'm strong.
Okay, so go ahead. Just.
Okay. Hello, friends. I am Strong from Maoming, China. I am living in Maoming. The city is where my parents are. So my home is just two kilometers away from my parents' home. So I can go there almost every day. I can buy things for them, do things for them. I feel so happy that when they need me, I can be present. I can do things for them. I feel so achieved. Thank you, Naya.
Thank you. That was great. So anyone now would like to go? Okay, now it's Summer. Is it you? You just raise your hand. Go ahead. Just say it.
Okay. Hi, everyone. This is Summer from Yangzhou #1 Toastmaster Club. And this is maybe the third time I've been joined this online Toastmaster meeting. I was so interested in communicating, and so it's a good honor to be here. Actually, I was on the way to applying for the members to the BRICS. So hopefully I will be the member soon. Back to you. Bye.
Oh, that's great. That's really nice. I hope you can be a member too. We're here just to know how the club works, right? So anyone now? Next, let me see the. Okay, I can see in the next room. Go ahead, just say it. I didn't see your name.
Hello, Naya and friends, international friends. I'm from Kunming. My name is Jack, and this is my first time to take part in the BRICS online meeting, and this is my first time to join. And I also a Toastmaster in Kunming, and the Kunming is famous for its climate. So it also called the Spring City. So welcome all the friends to come to our city, and our I think BRICS club is great, and I'd like to uh, take part in this club regularly. Thank you.
Thank you, Jack. Thank you for coming today. And now we have Grace. Grace, you'd like to say something to us? Welcome.
My honor, I'm Grace. Maybe this is my my third or fourth time to join BRICS online meeting. I'm so glad I can be accepted to join your so exciting and so meaningful meeting. I really learned a lot. I came from Jinan, the capital city of Shandong province, also the hometown of Confucius. So every fellows, you are welcome to visit us. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Grace. Nice meeting you. Nice meeting you all. How about some Portuguese, some Brazilians to, oh, okay, sorry, Yvette, go ahead.
Hello, thank you. I'm Yvette. I'm from Shanghai. I think I'm a business manager for a trade company and doing some export business. So I have to practice more, like public speaking skill. I think I have attended the BRICS meeting for 3 times, and I have been a timer 1 time. So it's time to apply for the member. I hope that I can pass the interview and I can to be one of you members. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Yvette, and good luck. Amanda is from Brazil, right, Amanda? Go ahead and say hi to us here.
Hello, I'm Amanda from Brazil. I live in Brasília and I'm here for the first time, so it's my first English meeting.
Sorry. Thank you, Amanda. Anyone else would like to say something?
Hi, can I say something?
Yes, go ahead. What's your name? And
my name is Sophia. I'm from China, Zhejiang province. So I used to be a passionate Toastmaster, but I haven't attended any Toastmaster meetings for a long time. And this is my first time to join this joint international Toastmaster meeting. I like it very much. You know, it's kind of like even feeling like it's quite high quality and professional and also international. I used to be a language student. I like languages and different cultures very much. So I was very excited to see many interesting stories from the speakers, and also like I think Akil's experience living in China. That's really exciting for me, and I really look forward to hear more stories from you. And thank you very much for presenting such a high quality meeting to us. Thank you. Nice to meet you all.
thank you, Sophia.
Yes.
So we have more time. Go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
Thank you, Naya. Wonderful, excellent. It's not easy to welcoming and engaging with guests at the online club, but you did a great job. And now we have 4 minutes for break. If you need to get some water or relax yourself a little bit, go ahead. We'll come back 4 minutes. See you later.
Olha que coisa mais linda, mais cheia de graça, ela, menina que vem, que passa num doce balanço caminho do mar.
Gil, we are making the playlist or not? You should start making a playlist.
I've made one. I've shared it.
Oh.
I'll share it again.
Oh, okay.
You can add whatever you want to it.
Oh,
So this is a Brazilian song, right?
yeah, yeah.
Garota de Ipanema. Girl from Ipanema. Rio de Janeiro.
Robert is the guitarist and the singer.
Oh, Bossa Nova. Bossa Nova.
That's it.
That's popular, Bossa Nova.
Sorry, what time do you guys start the meeting?
Depends which time zone you are.
That's true.
So 7 p.m. China time.
Oh, you are going to start the meeting, right?
We already started. Now is break. Break time. Break.
So what is the next program after this?
After I think table topic.
Table topics. I'm from Indonesia, by the way. I'm Yusuf Chandra.
Okay.
Hi, Pak Yusuf.
8 p.m. you start. 6 p.m. you start the meeting. 6 p.m.
Oh, 6 p.m. your time.
China time 7, Indonesian 6 p.m. We start a meeting.
Oh, should be 6.
So Yusuf, good to meet you. So are you celebrating Eid today or tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah,
Happy
tomorrow
Eid in
is
advance.
Ramadan. Hari
Yeah.
Raya.
Is going on, yeah.
Yes, I was in Indonesia 3 days ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Where
I traveled there.
where is the club situated? In
Jakarta.
in where?
Jakarta.
No, I mean this the club.
The club we registered District 85 Shanghai. In Shanghai. District 85. But it's an online club. 100% online.
So you always meet every Sunday?
Every Saturday.
Or Saturday or
Because today is a special joint meeting.
Today
We
is
moved to Sunday. Our regular meeting is every Saturday evening.
Can I leave my number so that somebody can invite me when you have a meeting?
Sure. We have a WhatsApp group. We have WeChat group.
Oh,
So we can invite you.
WhatsApp group.
We have a WhatsApp group.
Cool.
Our poster, that's yeah, you can see that's a QR code. You can scan the bottom right side. You have the WeChat, WhatsApp. In the agenda.
Agenda.
Second, I share again. This one, agenda. In the chat, you have the WhatsApp.
So we're at time to start the meeting after the break, but Yusuf, we can private message you and make sure, or put it just in the regular group chat and make sure you have everything you need to join us in the future.
Yep, great. Thank you. Nice break. Now, welcome everyone coming back. We are going to have the second part of the meeting. Exciting. What is one session all Toastmaster meetings always have? And that is open to all. Open to members and guests. And it's like, you don't know what are you going to get? What question? We don't know. I don't know. But someone knows. That's when we welcome our table topic master of this joint meeting and the bridge who made this joint meeting possible between BRICS and Brasília. Welcome, Giselle.
Hello, Toastmasters! Now it's time, and I'm going to be very easy today. We only have one question to answer, and it's why is collaboration important? But, there's always a but, right? But I have 2 rules. You cannot start your speech with collaboration is important because, come on, guys, you can do better, right? And I'm going to share some pictures, some images, and you have to include these images in your speech. Let me show you. Can I share my screen, Akio?
Yep, just give you permission. Try again.
Thanks. So I'm gonna open 3 cards, and you have to use these cards in your speech. I will give one example. I'm not going to do a 1-minute speech, but let me show how it works. So I'm opening 3 cards. Can everybody see it?
Yes, we can.
Oh. And now, for example, I can say, hey, you remember moments when you struggle, when it seems like you're locked? It's because collaboration that you have different perspectives and you can build something new, something from the start. So you see, I'm not using exactly what the images are, but I'm using their meaning in this case. Does it make sense? Everybody got it? So who wanna start?
ET's hand is up and also Olavo.
Olavo?
Yep.
Oh, Ilus too? Okay, so let's start with Ilos. I think he had
Hello.
his hand. Okay. Go for it in 3, 2, 1.
Ooh. Ah, okay. Can you hear me and see me before I start?
What?
Hello? Can you hear me and see me? Okay,
Sorry?
I'll start then.
What?
Yeah, you can hear me, right? Okay, I'll
Yes.
start.
Yes.
I always dream to work with team because with team, it is really make us into like in a situation in the desert. The desert is like how you always working until you've got into the finish line. Because if you are not working until the finish line, you will be get burned on the desert. And we need to work it hard, like blacksmith. Blacksmith make weapon, sword to attack. It means that we need to do the marketing and shield. It is to defend. It means the finance itself. The finance should be fine for us, for our company to be sustainable. And also, we should not cut the process itself. We need to enjoy the progress that we have with our team. I have like a personal story about this. Our team was like on the burnout situation. We were like working so many hours, like in the desert itself, and that we have brought our weapons, sword and shield, sword to attack, to market our products, and also shield to finance itself. Because I'm on the marketing, I need to budgeting about the company promotion. And also sometimes it is hard because we need to cut off some of the member and also some discount maybe that can help to bring to the company profit. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you are not on the desert and bring your weapons to protect yourself also, not to cut off the process and enjoy all of it. Back to you, Lydia.
Really good job. Let's go for it. So the next one is, oh my gosh, how can I say your name? Cholicio? Maybe? Cholicio?
I think I should just put X there.
X.
Yeah.
X, your cards will be here in 3, 2, 1. Go for it.
In order not to be trapped in what seems like puzzles, things that you are looking and you're like, what is actually happening there? There needs to be a sense of working together, and you need to have different perspectives, because who's to say which side of the pencil, which side of the strategy is actually the right one? And so I think about my life and I think to myself, there are times that I've thought maybe we should start with what might look like what's important, like drinking some water or maybe a whiskey. Is that a whiskey? Could be a whiskey. I thought it was a good idea, but my colleagues didn't think it was a good idea to have a bit of whiskey during work. And so when the light bulbs come together and we work together, we can really find a way to go through that weird puzzle that we think is difficult, and we can collaborate and work together. Thank you.
Thank you, Max. Thank you for that. Let's collaborate and drink whiskey, right? This is the important part.
This is a
our next speaker is Olavo.
Hi.
Olavo, your cards will be ready in 3, 2, 1. Ooh.
Sometimes living life is like touching a cactus, and there are a lot of thorns in it, so life can be painful sometimes. But collaboration is the key to live a fulfilling life, because when all of this ends, you're not gonna bring all your wealth to the next roads. You're not gonna bring all your possessions. What you're gonna bring is the connections you made along the way, all of the friends you have. And be here at Toastmasters is a place to have collaboration, be it on your professional life or in your regular life. I made a lot of good friends here at Toastmasters. Just yesterday, I had one of them on my house, and we had a blast playing board games, and that's the best collaboration can have with people. Thanks so much. The stage is yours, Giselle.
Fine job, Olavo. Collaboration is the key for going through cactus, right? Our next speaker is Laura. Laura, your cards will be...
It's not me. I'm just here so that everyone can see the timer easily.
Oh, okay. You don't want to do this? No, today?
I do, but there are so many people. I can ask someone else. It's okay.
Okay. So then, Tony,
Yes.
your cards. Let's change this now. Go for it.
Wow.
Why is
Sometimes
collaboration important?
Yeah, sometimes we can see just one side is so beautiful, like a butterfly. But as we know, butterfly just by clicking the wings can have an effect very differently. And like sometimes we just saw one part and we don't know someone else is on the other side, like just the maze inside. So that's why collaboration is very important. So we need to have the both sides people just to work together, so we can just work out with this maze much faster. And also like when we were trying to change ourselves, we just by standing on the board just jump ourselves. And also we need a collaboration and with all these things put in place. So that's how we can make ourselves just safe landing on the place and just not get ourselves hurt. So that's why collaboration is very important. Back to the topic. That's it.
Thank you, Tony. Yeah, we collaborate so we don't get lost, right? In our journey. Thank you very much. Our next speaker is Yusuf.
Yes, I am.
Welcome, Yusuf. And I'm glad you changed yourself to do this in your first meeting. Thank you for that. So your cards will be ready in 2, 3, 1. Why is collaboration important?
Look at the earth. Look at the sky. There's so many things in the sky. They are moving around and around and around. But they work in collaboration with each other so that they won't crash with each other. It's just like in our office. When we work together with the people, so many characters, so many different kind of people, but we need to collaborate with them so that there is no crash between them. But then we can produce something very interesting and very beautiful. If we can work together, if we can collaborate with each other, we can produce something. Let's say in the Toastmaster, we have got so many different kind of people, different characters, but we work all together and it produces a great club, isn't it? Like we have got the table topic master, we have got the table topic speaker, we have got evaluator, and we have got many other things, and we work in hand to collaborate with each other. That's why we need collaboration in this case. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Joseph. Yes, we can make an explosion. Let's do it. Let's go for it. I think we are out of time. I'm usually late, so.
Fantastic. Thank you, Giselle. This is eye-opening. We definitely want to continue this new tool for our future table topic session. And for whoever want to grab the chance but didn't get it, next time, go for the first one. Go for the first one. Because if you wait, you might not have the chance. But we will be here every week. So come back, come back, come back. And next will be our evaluation. Evaluation is important because if we don't get feedback, we don't know how to get better. We will just be as good as we are, but not getting better and better and better. And Toastmasters, we offer valuable and constructive feedback. Today, we have Toastmasters from BRICS Club to evaluate Brazilian speakers and Brazilian evaluators to evaluate BRICS speakers. First, we will invite our founding Vice President of Education and champion of Area K4 English Evaluation, Akil, to evaluate our friends, Masila. Welcome.
Marcela, thank you so much for sharing with us how difficult it can be, but also how exciting it can be to be able to have the opportunity to move around and see so many different countries, interact with so many different types of people. And I think that this really connected with your speech objective today, which I'm going to say you had two. There was one which was shared with me, which is to become more confident. And the second one, which is connected to your project, which is about using body language and or vocal variety to enhance your speech. I would say, before I ask you or I tell you if you've accomplished both of them, can you tell me, after your speech, did you feel more confident? Marcel is here. Maybe she's not still here, but I would say throughout the speech, definitely I could hear the confidence from your voice, and I could see you felt comfortable telling these types of stories. So I would say for the first speech, you definitely checked the box. Confidence came out here. For the first objective rather. For the second objective, I would say we can still work on achieving this one. I would say you got about 50% there, but not 100% completed it. And I'm going to tell you why. First, let's emphasize what got you the first 50% there. I noticed, like I said, the confidence and the comfortableness, that is a word, that came out when you were giving your speech. When you were trying to emphasize something that changed or something that was very important to you, you added weight to your words in order to make sure that those important points stood out. That is a form of vocal variety. And in addition to that, I did see some hand gestures coming up from near the bottom of the screen when you were trying to gesture to certain places. So I saw that you were trying to start using your hands and including them in your speech. And this is why I think you got halfway to that goal of using your body language and or vocal variety to help emphasize your speech. How can we go from 50% to 100 or even 1,000? The first thing I'm going to emphasize, this is going to help you with your confidence as well. We build confidence when we're willing to expose ourselves a little bit more, when we're willing to be a little bit more vulnerable. And that also starts with the screen. So here, if you're getting used to using body language, my recommendation actually is to stand up like you normally would in a real life Toastmasters meeting. That way you're more likely to get your body involved. And when you do get your body involved, we can see more of it. If you're standing up, I'm not even standing fully up, but now my hands are closer to the camera. they're higher up, so I can see when you're using those hand gestures. Instead of sitting down like this, where maybe we might only see the tips of your fingers. The second thing that I would add in for this is, again, when it comes to leaning into that being more comfortable, if you're able to stand up and if you're able to show a little bit more, pick one or two facial expressions that you want to be able to really use to emphasize an emotion you're going to express. If you want to show that you're frustrated because you moved around to 23 countries, even though it was kind of fun, then pick that expression and practice it several times in the mirror and start from one or two. Once they become natural, they will naturally show it out in your speeches and you can keep moving forward. So fantastic job leaning into starting to use the vocal variety for emphasis and the hands. Try to stand up and lean into using a little bit more body gestures. Practice one or two. And those are going to not only bring up your confidence, but it will also help you to achieve more with your speeches in the future. Thank you. I'll give the stage back to Zoe. Just kidding. I will give the stage to Naya to introduce the next speaker.
Thank you so much. Our next evaluator will be Raquel Hara. She will be our evaluator today. I just want to say that something special about Raquel. She will be welcoming soon little Davi into the world. So on behalf of everyone here, I wish you your time filled with love, discovery, and joy. May your journey into motherhood be inspired and graceful as you are, as you serve us, our club. Okay, so Raquel, our evaluator of Francis Liu. The stage is yours.
Thank you so much. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. It's a great honor to be here. I've been a little bit away from the club due to this pregnancy, but I'll be back soon as I know how to deal with all the crazy motherhood. But anyway, so Francis, congratulations on your speech. It was very nice to know that you were doing an icebreaker, but I found out that you already are for 4 years in your club. So I thought this is not his first icebreaker. He is very eloquent and he sounds like he knows what he's doing. But I really like the fact that you use hand gestures and you felt like I felt like you were really confident in the way that you were delivering your speech. And I love the fact that you were so creative to think about different ways of finding who you were. I was like, wow, this is amazing. I love the fact that you were looking for different options when you were trying to find out who you were. And I think that you were really engaging, insightful, and inspiring. And it takes a lot of courage to stand up and to give your ideas, to share your ideas. So you did a fantastic job. I think one of the strengths from your speech was that you were able to engage in the storytelling. You had a strong vocal variety, and I felt like you had a confident body language. And this helped me and the audience to keep up with your message, and it made it really impactful. So you also mentioned a quote from Confucius, and I really like this philosopher. So I was really paying a lot of attention during this specific part, and I think it's really good when you quote a famous philosopher or a famous thinker because it makes everyone pay attention to what you're saying. And the fact that you also changed your hobbies, like you didn't know what to do, so then you thought, oh, I'll be a photographer, but then you left that in the drawer, and then you thought I'm gonna be a DJ. So, but then you changed your mind again. And in the cats part, I was so scared because I'm a cat lover. I have 2 cats at home, and I thought, oh my God, did he kill his cats? And then you did the plot twist, and you said no. At least they're still alive and they're fine. And I thought that that was funny. It was a dark type of joke, but it was okay. I found it funny. And the fact that you also asked about the chat GPT to ChatGPT who you were was also another funny point. So I think that you were able to be dramatic and at the same time funny. So you were really engaging, and I love the powerful message that you left in the end for everyone to think about. Congratulations.
So thank you, Raquel. Now we go back to Zoe. Zoe.
Yes, it's me again. We are approaching the end of the meeting. It's not over yet, because at the meeting, we need evaluation. We need feedback, how we can do better in the future. And for tonight, this day, it's again very special because we are going to have two general evaluators. The first one will be from Brazilian Toastmasters Club. Maybe Maya, you can help introduce Olava.
Okay, so we have Olavo. Olavo is our also president, VP president of English. And I just want to thank Olavo for bringing us here today. So Olavo, the stage is yours.
Thanks so much, everyone. Like they mentioned, I'm Olavo Passari from Brasília Toastmasters, the VP for the English meetings, and I love making this happen with all of my friends at Toastmasters. We guys do things a little bit different from us at Brasília. I like the fact that we start off with the session of arms, talking a little bit about Toastmasters, and that breaks the ice. Unfortunately, I was here at 8 a.m. for me. That's the time that the meeting started, and I didn't get the previous part, so I cannot evaluate that. For both of the Toastmasters of the day and the night, because I know it is 9 or 8 p.m. for you guys in China. This is a Toastmaster meeting, an online one, but you guys make us feel welcome here. And it's really good to see that because for the guests, they know this is a place for them. And that's really matters. For the breakout room part, I was with Tony, and I love that he did very good connections. There was a woman there that talk about coffee, and then he mentioned afterwards that, oh, well, I was from Brazil, and they drink a lot of coffee there. And unfortunately, I don't read, so I cannot relate to that. But most of the people here in Brazil drink coffee, and it's something that brings us together. For Zoe, when she introduces Francis, I think it would be interesting to talk about his project and his pathway. That makes it easier for the evaluator, that was Rachel, and it may be good for us to know where he stands in a Toastmasters. The fly flag moment is really heartwarming, and I love seeing that. We normally hear that the world's a very big place, and with that moment, we know for sure that it is a really good place, a really big place. And I love hearing your story, Akil. I was just wondering if that counts as a project, as a speech for the project, but afterwards we can talk about that. For the table topics part from Giselle, we normally have a standard table topics at Toastmasters, and I love make this a little bit more interesting. And she did that here in the BRICS Toastmaster. There was an amazing way to do that. Everyone saw the cards, and they were a little bit different. For instance, Tony saw the butterfly as the idea of when the butterfly flaps its wings, there's a hurricane happening someplace else. When I saw the butterfly, if I was gonna talk about it, I'd probably make something related to metamorphosis. But that was really interesting to know how people see the world in a different way. For Akil, for his feedback. I loved his evaluation, and the tips he gave us was really important, especially the one about standing up. Here at Toastmasters, one of the core aspects of it is body language. But if I'm really close to the camera and I'm moving my hands, you guys cannot see it. If I stand a little bit further, you can see myself. Unfortunately, I'm not going to deliver speech today, so I didn't prepare for me to raise my notebook. But if I stand myself, it would be really better for me to walk around like Francis did on his speech. That's really great. It makes it the transition from online meeting, if you ever do a presidential meeting, really easier. And now for Rachel, on her feedback part, she did the sandwich method with this saying something that he did really well, something he can improve, and afterwards he mentioned that's a challenge for him, and that's really good. For in Brazil, we have a lot of hard time make people do a speech or do an evaluation speech. So my tip for you guys is, if you're not very comfortable delivering an evaluation speech, just do the sandwich method. Afterwards, you're gonna find ways to do your own evaluation part, and that's really helpful. I hope to see you again at a Toastmaster meeting, Raquel, and I give back the word to Zoe. Hi, everyone. Just answering about the conference. Unfortunately, it isn't gonna be online, guys. It's just presential, but it's a very good opportunity to be here in Brazil, at São Paulo, the biggest city. Bye, guys.
Bravo. Thank you so much, Lavo. We have the general evaluator from BRICS Club. He is our chartering club mentor. And that's another fact about this fantastic, amazing, great man. He introduced the Toastmasters into Chinese mainland back in 1999, maybe before some of you were born. Well,
Ooh,
he is
that
legendary.
hurts.
Now let's warmly welcome Mr. Randall Eastman.
Thank you very much, Zoe. So I'm going to use a sandwichy approach. I'm going to look at some technical things. So I thought this meeting was amazingly well organized. The agenda was superb, and it's not just that the contents were there and they were correct, but there was a lot of deep thinking that went into the structure of the meeting to make it a joint meeting, assigning different roles. And I really loved the fact that we had cross evaluations by one club evaluating a speech from another club member. And having a speech from each club was amazing. You started on time, and this meeting I think it's a hallmark of the BRICS Club that you have extremely efficient control of time, which I think is really, really important. One thing I thought was really special, when the timer pointed out the timing cards, she indicated at the top that it said green, it said yellow for colorblind people. That's the first time I've heard that, and I thought that was very thoughtful and wonderful. Another thing that was done really well is you invited guests in the meeting to speak, but you were very conscious that the guests were not members of either of the two clubs. And I thought that was a great attention to detail. I thought the use of technology today was extremely well done. I found that about 2/3 of people renamed themselves, 2/3 of people had their cameras on, which is, I think, progress. It would be great if we could reach 80%, the Pareto principle, 80-20. I did like the fact that there was some Brazilian music for the beginning of the break. I thought that was a nice touch. And Akil, I want to compliment you on using technology when you were making your presentation. It was just well done, full screen view. There were no hiccups. And the same with Giselle for the table topics, using technology together with speaking and having the background with the question always visible, I thought was really impressive. And I have to say that everyone who participated kind of blew my mind, because I think it was a really complex scenario to try to have the phrase in mind about collaboration and look at the pictures and put them all together. Everybody did a fantastic job, and there were so many volunteers willing to speak, which was good. So we didn't have to hunt for speakers. Two little points that I can find to improve. One is this was a joint meeting of two different countries with a lot of different cities, with people from a lot of different places, and people traveling around and talking about visiting a whole bunch of different places that are remote. We don't have any context of where those places are. So if we could begin the joint meeting with a map of Brazil, with some points highlighted, not just a map with a bunch of provinces, but here's a point. Here's where Brasília is. Here's where I was in the bush when my father was an engineer. Here's where Sao Paulo conference is. That would really be helpful. And the same on the China side, which is equally complex, and we have people coming from all over the place. Second thing, I thought the tiny thing that could be improved, when the speech evaluator was evaluating Francis's speech, Francis was still in the room, it would be great if we spotlight the two of them on the screen. So spotlight the evaluator, spotlight Francis so we can see his reaction. Without that, on my screen, I just see the little picture of him on the bottom because I didn't take the effort to pin them myself. So that would just make it better to see how the speech evaluator is talking directly to him and see his reaction as he's responding. And one final observation, I'm not sure, but I believe that most clubs in Brazil are Portuguese language, that there are not that many English-speaking clubs. And I thought it was amazing that we had such a big turnout from Brazilian members today speaking English. I think Amanda said this was the first time she spoke in English in a Toastmasters club. And that was a huge and wonderful effort. And I would like to congratulate everybody for bringing together and making such an impressive all around the world meeting happen today. It was awesome. Thank you. Xie. I don't know how to say xie in Portuguese.
How to say?
Maybe that's that. We need to learn some
Gracias.
Portuguese
I
phrase.
think gracias, like Spanish, similar.
Obrigado.
Gracias.
All right, cool, fantastic.
That's correct.
Now, you will see a voting link in the Zoom chat. Please take a few seconds to vote. Meanwhile, I'll take the time to introduce a unique session in our club. It's called Announcement and Business Pitch. Why we are doing this? It's because BRICS Club is a lot about Toastmasters, yes, but we also understand, all of us, we have a job and we do some kind of a profession, and that is important, especially if we consider the BRIC economy bloc. Think about that. Our Brazilian friends, now you have connections in China, and it's not only Toastmasters connections. We can do business together. We can make big money together. Well, just kidding. But who knows? So you can use 1 minute to pitch your business, your service, your product, your professional background. I think we have got enough about Toastmasters, so it's okay to get a little bit about non-Toastmasters information about who you are. So, and it can also be your club events, if there are any. So we'll open it now. If any of you want to join the session, you can raise up your hand. Thank you. Oh, go ahead, Randall. 1 minute. Time him.
Okay. Oh, I want to just ask a question of all our Brazilian friends. Do you have a thriving wine industry in Brazil? And if yes, where is it?
Wine industry, you asked?
Yeah, wine. I mean, not industry, but do you have wine? Do you have wineries, vineyards?
Yes,
Yeah.
in the south, and here in the central Brazil, in Brasília, right now we have a blooming wine agriculture they're starting here, so it's great. Come and visit us. And
from my perspective, I have never seen any Brazilian wines. I'm interested in
Okay.
wines from the BRICS countries, and I've seen Argentinian,
So
but
maybe
they're
I'm
not
gonna
part of the
share
BRICS.
here some links so you can see the winery. It's very powerful here in Brazil.
Yeah, we
So you
have.
can.
Randall, you're thinking South Africa. Focus.
What's that? No, I had South African wine yesterday, but I'm thinking I had a choice between Malbec from Argentina, but there was no choice in the wine shop from Brazil.
Yeah,
I was so sad.
There is Tana grapes in Rio Grande do Sul. Tana grapes wine.
Yeah, we have good Proseccos in the south. One of our Proseccos, it's actually on the Queen list, the England Queen list. So it's a really good one. We don't have the good climate to have red wines, but our white ones are good.
Okay, thank you.
I can show you, I can send you some links.
Yeah, please. I'm curious.
Yes, That's awesome. That's
professionally
exactly
curious.
what we want to get. If you can ask any questions you are interested to explore more, you can also. All right, X, go ahead.
All right, let's see if I'm going to put myself on a timer myself. Hold on. So besides being part of the charter members for BRICS Toastmasters, I run a consultancy. I am an executive coach. And one of the niches that I have with my coaching is that the executives who are struggling not only in their position, but also those that want to have an opportunity to talk to somebody with a psychology background to support them in things that lean towards therapy, but they're not needing to get a therapist. So I'm able to support people with executive coaching that need that support. And I've been here and I've been doing that for this year. And we are online. I do have a course that is available, both, online, so it is self-led and it's available for you to take your time with it. And I'm always available to consult with somebody once they are done afterwards. So if you are happy to connect, you have me on the group there. You're welcome to share a connect, and I'm happy to connect with you.
Yes, go ahead. I will take the last chance. So I'm looking for friends in Brazil who is doing business related to Web3. We are recruiting ambassadors, community moderators, and global volunteers, content creators with a competitive compensation. So if you are interested in joining or you know someone who is doing Web3 community events, contact me. All right. Now, we promise it's really the end part because we are going to invite our founding vice president of membership, Vibe Hub, to announce the results and also give the closing remarks. Welcome, Vibe Hub.
Thank you, Zoe. Give me 1 minute. Let me type down the name real quick. Okay, let me share the screen. Can you see my screen, everybody?
Not yet. Yes, now we can
Not
see it.
Yes.
Yeah. Now a drum roll for the award presentation. First of all, I would like to give a certificate for our Fly Your Flag, Akil Aline. So here you go. For the love of his duck. This is the winning photo for him yesterday. So congratulations, Akil, for your Fly Your Flag. Next one goes to Best Table Topic Award. It goes to Miss Axe. Congratulations. The last one, Best Evaluator. It goes to Hakim Aline. Congratulations, Hakim. Now, the most important part, since a lot of new guests showed love to us how to become a member of BRICS Plus Online Advanced Club. So this is for especially for Yvette, Summer, Sophia, and any guest and member from Brasília who also want to join BRICS. So the requirements are very simple. Attend 3 whole meetings from start to end. That is 7 p.m. China time to 9 p.m. China time. Serve as a timer at least once. Join at least one of the officer teams, that is VPE, VPM, VPPR, etc., and practice servant leadership skills. Pass the executive committee interview, and you can add me on WeChat and WhatsApp. They are the QR code. and I will add you in the guest group and potential member group, so that once you finish each and every criteria, we can keep track on that, and you can become a BRICS Plus member. So this was my sharing part, and as a closing remark, let me first turn off my sharing.
Can we also let for Brasília, if they want to share how to join their club, we can give them an opportunity as well?
Sure. So yeah, of course.
Can I say something? Thank you.
Sure.
Okay, so I'm here just showing you Brazil. As you can see, we have many states, many colors. Just like here, we have a very special community. So I invite you to come to Brasília, especially, but we have Gilmar is from Foz do Iguaçu, Marcelo is from Espírito Santo, so we have many states. So Brazil is a big heart, and you are invited to come to our meetings also every Saturday. First and third Saturdays in the morning. So maybe it'll be a little bit in the opposite, right? For you, it'll be mornings for us and evenings to you. So you're very welcome to come also for our conference in São Paulo. That's a bigger city, but Brasília is the capital of Brazil. So you're very welcome. And I want to thank you on behalf of Danielle Pina, a heartfelt to Zoe and Akil for your leadership and collaboration. Your vision, energy made this gathering a vibrant and unforgettable day for me and for us from Brasília. A shout out to Gisele and Olavo. Thank you so much for bringing this moment for us, okay? And thank you very much.
Thank you, Naya. Do you want to suggest how to become a member, Brasilia member? Please feel free
Okay,
to.
it's
Yeah.
to become a member, you have to speak a little bit of Portuguese, but you're very welcome because we also have our meetings in English. Olavo is our VP in English, and you're very welcome to come every Saturday. So we are sharing right now in the comments all you can have there. And also we have a book club in Portuguese. So we also like really much to read, and reading is very important to us. Back to you.
That's great. Thank you, Naya. That's great. Amazing to hear how to become a member. That's cool. So before ending the meeting, I would like to quote that today I was in an area contest, Q4, and I was discussing about BRICS and Brasilia joint meeting, and then I invited a lot of guests, and some of them showed up as well. But they were always saying something that, they were saying something that, oh, online meeting does not have that connection and that feeling which we have in offline meeting. But I think they missed today's meeting. The connection which everybody showed in this meeting was commendable. Like Francis showed his gesture while giving his speech. It was great. So it was not BRICS into BRICS cross Brasilia Toastmaster meeting. It's not double B meeting. It was B square meeting for me. So the energy which I felt from each one of you, whether it's from Brasilia Toastmaster members, guests, or whether it's BRICS Plus Toastmaster members or guests, it was really amazing. I can feel that vibe. And I will share this meeting recording to that. Sophia, can you please mute yourself? Yeah, thank you.
I muted her, don't worry.
Yeah, thank you. So I will share this meeting recording with them and tease them that, okay, what did you miss? And they would sure join us next time. So back to the closing part, I really love the combination, the breakout room and the talk we had were amazing. For example, like Rachel also is a cross-culture marriage like you, Akil. She's married to a Japanese guy, and she was very excited and showing a very cute gesture that, oh, our kids would be amazing, and she's really excited. So I love that part. And apart from breakout room, the vibe which we get from somebody from Brasilia giving us in evaluation and we giving them evaluation was amazing. And what else I can say is somebody joining for the first time in our meeting and dare to take table topic like Yusuf, and he's also excited. from Indonesia to join our regular meeting. So this is BRICS. This is the energy vibe we share to everybody, right? And this is Brasilia, so many states and so diverse and yet one. So I hope that we have such meeting quite often. Why just only BRICS Plus or Brasilia? Why not many more together, right? So with this statement, I would adjourn club meeting 11, adjourn for today. I don't know which Brasilia meeting it is, but for BRICS, it's 11th meeting. So Naya, if you want to adjourn from your side, please feel free to.
What do you mean? What's the number of our meeting?
Yeah, what's your number?
We've been here for a while, so it'll be like 200.
Wow.
But yeah, we've been working for some time now, but we are really thankful to be here today. And thank you all for listening to us. And I believe that in spite of the language differences and time zones, we have something very powerful in common. And this is Toastmasters. So I'm really, really happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Naya. So with this, I adjourn BRICS meeting 11 and Brasilia meeting 200 adjourned. You have 10 minutes for free gossip. So usually it's gossiping time. So if anybody has any questions, want to talk about anything, please feel free to stay here. The meeting room is open till 9:15. Thank you. Now we can have some Brazilian music.
Bye, everyone. I gotta go. Had a blast here, guys. The next English meeting will be April the 12th at 8 a.m. for us, GMT -3. I think 7 p.m. for you guys, but it's gonna be on a Saturday, so it's gonna be better. Bye, guys. See you guys next time.
Eu fico ali sonhando, acordado, juntando.
Akil, thank you very much for all your work on this. You were amazing. It's really hard to organize these meetings. It's hard enough in one country. I guess it's hard to do it in both.
Yeah, I mean, we had help, right? It wasn't just me by myself. So yeah, it was I think it's always harder internationally too, because we all have different time zones, right? So like literally when me and Olavo were trying to talk, I would be talking. He's like, okay, it's about to be 10 o'clock and I need to go to sleep. And then I would be messaging him and he's like, isn't it midnight for you? Go to bed. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. You know, so trying to find the balance was tough, but it's fun and it was worth it, you know?
Yeah, it was amazing. Thank you very much.
Thank you for playing sozinho.
Yeah, I told you, Gustavo, I wouldn't forget you.
And as you mentioned, like books club, right? Giselle and Naya mentioned about books club.
Yes, we have a book club in Portuguese, but we also thinking about English. So if you're interested, just give us a hello, Instagram, just like we shared today, and maybe we can do this together. Bringing other countries, other titles would be really great. Reading is very important for our repertoire. So we can speak more, and also
I'm
thank you for your
trying
question.
to read from last year, and I have a piles of books which is afresh. I haven't started it yet. And every time I go back home and I buy some new books, my father scold me, "Have you finished the previous one?" And I cannot say him that, "Oh, I haven't started it yet." So that's a good idea. Books club would be amazing. Why I asked you about book club was because our founding vice president of education also have very amazing and unique club, that is early birds. So in that club you have to wake up early, and if you don't wake up you have to pay fines. So you are allowed to not wake up early 2 times. So in that group, what we do is we write wake up time of the individual. Like for example, I am 6 a.m. guy, and if I don't wake up 6 a.m. twice a week, then I have to pay fine in that group. So
Oh, that's great.
that's amazing initiative Akil had. So maybe,
Yes.
yeah, we
It's a
can.
great, we don't have time, right? Today, so much information, but we regularly come together once a month and we have to read the book. So as a community, it's really special to us. So maybe we can do this as internationally, something to think about. It would be great. So we can get together in a time zone that especially works for everyone and be great. We have
That would
great
be amazing.
authors
So,
in Portuguese, Machado de Assis, Clarice Lispector, and we also want to see what authors you have also. It would be great.
so I'm sharing my like WhatsApp and WeChat QR code, and maybe Akhil or Zoe might share you in the personally, so you can connect with me and then we can work over it.
Yeah, that would be
That would
great.
be great.
I'll do that.
Thank you, Naya. Anyone else? Anyone else?
X has been politely
you're
waiting
raised.
with her hand up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi guys, I need to head off. It is 9 o'clock and it's my switch off phone time. But I keep getting requests to teach my name. So seeing that this is still being recorded, Akhil, you are welcome to snapshot, and anytime anybody needs to say my name, this can be like our reference point. So I'm South African for context. So those that are not familiar, I'm South African and I'm Zulu, which is very confusing for a lot of people because with the name X, most people think I'm Xhosa because that is something that is associated with the X and Xhosa being Xhosa. Anyway, if you can think about riding a horse or think about any movies with horse riders, right? And usually the way that you talk to your horse typically is you go, so when you're trying to get the horse to go, so, and then you just do that sound and you connect it with an O. So you, oh, so as opposed to, you go.
I want you to know that when you're making the sound, it actually suspiciously gets silent. Like the sound doesn't come through
I
your
was also
microphone.
wondering, like, yeah.
Yeah, I've done this.
Yeah,
so I'm practicing how to really do this right because I get the gesture from people. They're really wanting to know how to do this, and that has been the one that's resonated and been easier for people across different cultures to connect with that. And then everything else is phonetically English. So li sile is like leave me alone. Sorry, it was dark. Sile, so it's phonetically English. So usually where people get caught up is those first two letters, and I'll just write them here. So this part is the part that gets people, and it's the part. So if you can just think about the horse, please don't do this in public. Please don't practice my name in public.
Sorry,
You
X,
will-
I mean, like, literally when you make the sound, we can't hear it. Can you get closer to the mic when you make the
oh
sound?
my gosh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I was like,
All right. Horse. Okay, so we're riding a horse. Good. Just think about when you're riding your version of riding a horse, and that's your foundation, right? Just use that as a foundation. And then the more you say it, honestly, it just gets better. Except, as I said, please don't do this in public. You will sound weird, right?
Say your
but-
name 3 times.
Okay. Kolisile, kolisile, kolisile. I've been doing this for 33 years, so I can.
Kolisile,
Brasília, Brasília,
Kolisile.
Brasília.
So just something that I keep, I like I had somebody ask able to put in the breakup with somebody else. So before I go, I did want to give that gesture. Just everybody voted for me, and then people are asking me. So I did notice that question. So I did want to just say, Olisile. And I've been practicing because you get to hear my name, and I thought my name was complicated. Then I meet people from Portuguese and I'm from Portugal, and I meet people from all over the world, and you just realize it's all about the tongue. It's very much the more you practice the way that you move your tongue for different people. Because I was saying rakal, like I was saying rakal, and then I think I heard Naya say it differently, and I was like, wait, what? You don't actually say the r, it's said different. So little things like that, right? Just knowing how to like enunciate people's names. So it's really interesting. But Chinese names are okay. 我是小丽 in Chinese.
Ah,
Shaoli.
Xiaoli. Oh,
Xiaoli.
Xiaoli.
Oh,
That's easy.
beauty.
Okay, Shaoli.
Xiaoli.
Xiaoli.
All right.
We have Shaoli as a founding member.
X, a really quick
Maybe,
follow-up
yeah.
question.
Yes, yes.
It's really nice to know the pronunciation of your name. As Randall, our club mentor, pointed to our officer team, like we have to learn how to pronounce your name as the way it is. You know, it's like culture and respect. So Akil will teach us very hard.
I love it. Like, okay, great. Akil, on you. This for
So
you to do.
Akil, what
Akil
Akil
was
would
good.
be doing, he is a good singer
Every
as
time
well.
he
So
sent
he
out the
will sing
video.
your song and do a
Yeah.
recording and share in the members group
I
or
actually
a guest group.
formal video.
So
So I'll
Akil, sing a song, yeah?
I have a formal video that I had to send for Rotary because I'm a Rotarian and the Rotarians are majority American. And I wasn't able to, they were asking me about this. I actually made a formal, like, sit down teacher-esque type of video. So if I can find that video, I'll put in the group for us.
That would be great. Yeah, I would just want to jump in to talk a little bit about, so I'm going to set up a Zoom call next week with Laura from Brasília Club, because I think she's interested to know more about BRICS, our club. And also, just now, Naya mentioned about the book club idea, you know, an English book club. In that way, so most people, most BRICS members, we can also join. I myself, I work for cross-cultural exchange for the last 10 years, and I organize the international literature festivals between China and many other countries, especially Europe. So books, authors, and book clubs are events close to my heart. And so maybe Naya, I will also reach out to you and to discuss about how we can make it happen. And Akil already give us the slogan for the book club: leaders are readers. That's fantastic. So I'll follow up with you guys because I do believe this joint meeting is only the beginning, and we share so much more in common, so we can build things together. Let's collaborate.
That'd be great. Let's keep in on touch.
Yeah. So I think
Thank you, everyone.
we will
Gotta go.
close this meeting room. Thank you. Amazing meeting once again.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, and next, oh yeah,
One
we forgot to
and
announce that next meeting
Bye.
would be on Saturday.
Good night. Thank you, guys.